And if you don't know, now you know, you know.
Well, it is our last day in Punta Cana, and we are waiting for our bags to come get picked up. We had an amazing time. We had a blast, and this is definitely some place that we will probably visit again. Booking was quite simple. We booked about 2 months ago, and when we booked, all we had to do was put down $1, and then the rest of the pricing for the hotel was taken out 30 days prior, and it was taken out with the card that we used to book with the $1. So that was super convenient, because if you're planning a trip, it gives you a lot of time to save money and all of that good stuff. So it worked out for us. When we got to Punta Cana, there was not a long wait for immigration. Once we went through the immigration line and scanned our bags, we noticed that a lot of people weren't wearing masks in the airport, and that was something that they put on their website for Dominican Republic, that masks were required, but we didn't really find that it was a necessity when we got here, because again, a lot of the locals weren't wearing masks, so we opted as well not to wear masks because we are fully vaccinated, and even though you can still catch COVID, it was just a preference that we chose to do. When we got to Punta Cana, we had our private limo or our private driver come and pick us up, and they escorted us to the resort, which was about 40 minutes from the airport. When we got to the resort, we checked in. Check-in was super easy. The staff was super friendly. They took our bags for us. We really didn't have to do anything. We received a complimentary toast when we arrived, which is really cool. And we were escorted to our room. I'll show you guys what the room looks like in a second. Yeah. There you go, baby. All right. Sounds good. Thank you.
That's the boss.
Thank you. Thank you. Oh, look at the roses. Ooh, they're so pretty. Thank you. When it came to vegan options, there were a lot of vegan options. One restaurant that we did not get a chance to go to was the Sports Bar, because they actually have like a tofu burger, and they also have a chickpea burger, but unfortunately we found that out yesterday right before we were about to leave, and they're only open for dinner, so that's something that we really did want to try and we missed out on. Outside of that, a lot of the restaurants had vegan options, with the exception of the seafood restaurant. I think it was called Lobster, something Lobster. I'll drop it down below, but it didn't really have a lot of vegan options. But yeah, we ate really good, and I'll drop those videos as well so you guys can see. Okay, we made it to the restaurant, our first restaurant. Hola! When it came to activities at the resort, there was so much to do. The resort actually has an app that you can download, and it'll pretty much show you the daily events. One thing that we really wanted to do, which was out of service, was the air rifle and also the archery course. Unfortunately, they didn't have that. I'm assuming probably due to COVID. But outside of that, there were so many shows that they put on. There were so many games by the pool. I actually ended up winning a prize, a bottle of rum, Dominican rum, from one of the games that I played. They have about 23 pools. However, those 23 pools encompasses all of the swim out pools and everything. So honestly, they only have one main pool, which is large enough, and it's about 4 feet deep. They had about, I want to say I've seen 4 jacuzzis. But the jacuzzis, they weren't warm. I don't know if it's because it's winter time or I'm not sure, but the water just was not warm at all.
What's the blue?
we did do a lot of lounging on the beach. They did have a lot of waitresses come around and take our orders for our drinks. There were several places to eat at the beach. They had a taco buffet one day, they had a burger buffet the other day. Unfortunately, again, because we are vegan, the tacos we just had vegetables and tortilla, and then with the burgers we just ended up eating, I think they had like a rice and a stew with vegetables, and we had french fries. So that's what we pretty much ate that day. We did visit one restaurant called Oregano. They did pasta and pizza, so we were able to cater our pasta and our pizza to make it vegan, so that was awesome. The pasta was excelente. Uh, but outside of that, we had a really good time when it came to the resort and eating and everything like that. When it came to room service, we did order some room service a little bit after hours, and they had a special menu for us as well. They actually ended up having like a Mongolian, it was like a Mongolian wok style stir fry, which was really good as well. And then once we were also in the room, they did have X-rated TV. So for all of my kinky couples out there, there were some X-rated channels that we were able to watch. I didn't see any children at the resort. Well, I seen like two. I think I seen like two kids at the resort. I'm not sure if they came from the resort next door, which is called the Finest, because the Finesse and the Excellence, they're kind of combined, but they're not really combined. The only way that we were able to get across to the Finesse was when we walked on the beach. We did the whole shore walk, and we were able to see the other resort. But outside of that, I didn't really see any kids, so I felt comfortable having my cheeks out. And yeah, so there is nothing outside of the resort for maybe like a good 5 or 10 miles. It is very secluded. We did end up doing an excursion with Scape Park, which was amazing. I was a bit skeptical about doing the excursion with Scape Park because of the reviews that I read. But me and my wife, we just decided to go for it, and we was like, you know what, we're just going to do it and see how it works out. I will definitely say it is a lot of walking if you are not fit, or if you are disabled or not capable of walking for a long extended amount of time. Then that might not be an excursion that you'd want to do. We didn't book it through the resort. We actually booked it before we got here, and they did have a shuttle come pick us up at 7:40 in the morning, and we made about several other stops to other resorts that was in the area before actually venturing off to Cape Cana to the skate park. The admission at the time when we paid was $130 just for the full admission, and that allowed us to do the zip lining, the water zip line as well. We did cave swimming, we did a cave tour, which was about 10 to 15 minutes, where we got to see some tarantulas and kind of got to see like a preserved cave, which was really cool because I've never been in a cave. We also got to do a cave dive, which was awesome as well, and the water was beautiful. So I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys check that out now. When it came to eating at Skate Park, I know a lot of the reviews mentioned a buffet style, but however, when we got there, it was actually like a catered menu that had about 8 or 9 different things that ranged from burgers to hot dogs to chicken sandwiches to salads. And unfortunately, because we're vegan, the only thing that we could eat there were the french fries. So once we finished all of the activities, we did not do the zip line. My wife and I, we've done zip lining before, so it really wasn't a thing that we wanted to do. So we got to the park at 9 o'clock in the morning from leaving the resort at 7:40, and we finished everything by about 1:30 in the afternoon. So we opted to take a taxi back to the resort. The taxi ran us about $80 to go back to the resort. And we did have to go through a security protocol in order to leave the park. They went ahead and had us fill out a form. They went ahead and had security escort us outside, which was we really actually felt really safe, knowing that they were taking those measures to make sure that we made it to our taxi. They even called a taxi for us at the information desk, so it was a reliable company that came, picked us up, and took us back. So yeah. Ready, babe? Go. Run. Run. Jump. Jump. Tired, wife?
It's like 5 minutes.
What a beer. Oh, look at that view. Oh, y'all, look at that view. You want a picture? Watch where you stepping. Oh, look at the zip liners. Zip lining. So much green.
One more. This is where we are, guys. We're going to walk for around 10 minutes inside the cave. Do not go off the path, as people have sinkholes inside of the path. Okay? Anybody have claustrophobia?
No.
No. Okay, so the only place where the cave gets small is right here. There's no place where we have to crawl or we have to do it's 12 meters high. Okay? In some places, like right here, you can get up to 10 meters. Okay? The only low place is right here is 10 feet. Okay? There's some places inside of the cave we do not explore because we're trying to preserve the life of the cave and the different animals that is inside the cave. We're going to spend like around 10 minutes. It's a very big, beautiful cave with a lot of limestone. And this cave was left behind by the ocean a very long time. But it was discovered only 25 years ago.
Nice.
25 years ago? 25 years. In one place right here, they find some animal bones, maybe from animals that fell inside of the cave that they didn't know. Through this big hole is where they discovered the cave from. So follow me, guys.
What is it?
Oh,
Oh, I see it.
No, I'm not gonna touch it.
We can touch the rail?
Yeah, just remember before lunch to wash your hands.
Watch your step, baby. Watch your step at the bottom.
Guys, the roof and the plants outside, they
Oh, baby, this is beautiful. See it? Little turn right here.
Sí, que ahí la roca no son filosas, tú puedes caminar.
Hello. Good, how are you?
Hola. Hola. Hola.
Baby. Do they bite?
You want to find out?
No. I don't. So the good thing about us doing this trip during New Year's was that they actually put on like a really good New Year's show. We actually had a blast. They did like an acrobat circus theme, Cirque du Soleil theme last night for New Year's Eve, which was amazing. We enjoyed the show. I did get some snippets of the show, and once the show was over at 11 p.m. well, it was from 11 to 11:50. They had like a 10-minute party and, you know, countdown to New Year's, and they did have fireworks, so that was awesome as well. We stayed out there and we partied and we just had a blast. I will say the best experience that I've had here at this resort was definitely the activities and the entertainment. They had silent parties, like I said before, they had games. It was just, we always had something to do. There was never a dull moment, so I really, really enjoyed that. But again, if you guys are considering this resort, definitely ask questions, leave a comment below, and I'll be sure to answer them. If you're a bit, you know, iffy on if you want to experience Excellence El Carmen, I will definitely give it 10 stars. This is my first all-inclusive. I've never been to an all-inclusive resort before, and yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. So until next time, bye.
And if you don't know, now you know, you know, you know.